Well, good morning and welcome to day number, I don't know. It's interesting how you lose track of days when you're doing something like this, which I guess is a good thing. I'm at the Lightkeeper Marina, which is about 15 miles north of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I came in here late yesterday afternoon because the plan was then to anchor out, which I did, but because anchorages around this area are really sparse, I found the only anchorage available, pulled in there, and it was just a hair off the side of the intracoastal, or the channel. Threw an anchor out, didn't want to hold well, and every time a boat would come by, it would rock me and it would pull on the anchor some more. Tried letting out more scope to make the anchor dig, but it was a real soft, muddy bottom. After about an hour, I was sliding back in the channel and people were going by yelling at me, "Hey, you're in the channel!" So I had to move, and I came here last night. So this morning, it's actually been raining for about an hour or so, which will be interesting to see how I can drive in the rain. This will be the first time I've used this boat in the rain, which will be kind of neat, because I like driving in the rain. I did get a chance to do laundry when I got in last night, which was a good thing. It was kind of piling up. So the plan today is to pull out of here and go to actually another marina called Morningstar Marina, which is just on the other side of the North Carolina-South Carolina border. And there, I hope to go and do a little bit more provisioning. There's a fairly close Walmart, reasonably close. And I'm going to hopefully take my little scooter and do a little run with it if the roads permit. Some of these places are pretty far out in the boonies and don't have any sidewalks, or you can't drive on the road itself. So I'm hoping that's not the situation, but we'll see. If so, I'll take an Uber. Anyway, that's the plan. So let's get going. So let me show you the process of what I need to do to get things started here in the morning on the boat. First thing is turn on all my electronics. My multifunction display, autopilot, and depth finder. Let these come to life. We'll boot up, and then I'll have to program in on the Navionics chart where I'm going. So that way it can help me drive the boat. Here's the North Carolina-South Carolina border. I'm just about 15 miles or so south of it, or not quite that, at this Lightkeeper Marina. So I'm going to run up the intracoastal to, there it is, Morningstar Marina, Southport. So if I just hold here, boop, tell it to auto guidance, it will run a path for me. The biggest thing I have to do is adjust the path, and then I go through, and auto guidance is nowhere near perfect, so I'll go through and just make sure that it's not running me into the woods or through a bridge or something. And once I verify it, I tell it to go ahead and start navigating. And what this does for me is it just does a couple things. It keeps me in the waterway, so I don't have to steer the boat all the time. It also gives me estimated time of arrival, and it's just nice to be able to have something that follows you and also tells you when you're getting close and all that kind of stuff. You have to keep an eye on it, religiously keep an eye on it, because it'll do weird things on you. So you don't rely on it, not even 20%, basically 20%, I should say. It's a helpful tool when you're by yourself, especially. And then shut off the shore power, wind up the cable and put it away, and then go down to the engine room and do my engine checks. There I will check the oil, check the belts, check the strainers, look for any leaks, just do a good overall check. And of course, I don't forget to bang my head, of course. And then once that's out of the way, I'm pretty good to go. Crank the engines up. Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Wheels all the way to the left, forward and reverse. Let it settle. And walk the boat sideways. A little more. And a little thruster. Extra help. Now I'm going to pivot the boat around to the starboard. Careful I don't hit the dock with the bow. A little more pivot. Right. Straighten my wheel. And all ahead full. Awesome. Set up my chart. Combo. Boom. And we're heading out.
Broken bones are worth their weight in gold. They prove your life. No fears or regrets.
So I've pulled into Morningstar Marina, Southport, North Carolina. So I forgot to say, welcome to North Carolina. So I'm backed into a nice slip here with a bunch of other boats, and I need to run to the store to get some more provisions. So I've got a very cool story. I've been standing out in front of the marina for 45 minutes waiting for Uber to show up, and I've now done 3 separate trials to get Uber here for 45 minutes, and each time every 15 minutes will go by, it says, "Up, can't find a driver." So this lady walks up to me and says, "What you waiting for?" And I said, "An Uber." And she goes, "You know, they're hard to get here. Here's a number of the guy that I think will take you." She gives me a name and a number of this local guy that's got a golf cart. I call him up and I said, "Are you a taxi?" And he goes, "Well, kinda." I said, "I need to go to Walmart." He goes, "All right, I'll be right there." He drives up in like 2 minutes. He was right down the street in a golf cart, picks me up, and he goes, "I'm just heading to my house and we'll pick up the van. I'll take you to Walmart." I said, "Cool." So I said, "Are you a taxi?" He says, "Nah, I like shuttle people around and, you know, just charge cash or whatever they want to do." He's not an official service. He just does some extra stuff on the side. We get to his house, which is about 3 miles down the street. He pulls up and he goes, "You know what?" He goes, "I don't kind of feel like going up there right now. I want to go in and spend some time with my wife." He goes, "Here's the keys to my Jeep. Take my Jeep to Walmart." And so I'm now back. I've loaded up with all kinds of goodies. Look at this Jeep. It's a stick shift. He goes, "Can you drive a stick?" I said, "Hell yeah." So I drove up there, got all my stuff. He calls me on the phone. He goes, "Are you still at Walmart?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, don't worry about coming back to my house. Just take it back to the marina and park it there and just leave the keys in it and throw some money on the dashboard." And he goes, "I'll pick it up later on tonight." It's like, damn, the interesting things and odd things you run into is just magical. To find somebody like that is just a rarity. I'm not used to stuff like that. So here was my ride to Walmart, and it was a blast. So for my first meal cooking on the boat, I'm just going to dig through the refrigerator and see what I've got. Let's see. You know what? I've got some potatoes. They still feel firm, like they're still good. That'll work. Maybe some scalloped potatoes. I've got an onion. Still looks like it's pretty good. Kinda. We'll check it out. And some Fiesta blend cheese. That'll work. I think that's a good start for some scalloped potatoes. I've got this, what do you call these things? A violin, a mandolin. So, got my pot out. I have this inverter style microwave, convection oven, grill, all that built into one, but it's so brand new. I just installed it. The inside is so nice and shiny stainless steel. I don't want to get it dirty. At least not yet. So I'm going to try scalloped potatoes in a pan. Got to try something different where it's quick and easy for a boat. So let's see what happens here. Wash them up. Okay, all washed up. And I'm just going to leave the skin on, something just to make it quick and easy. Let's see how this thing works. I don't think I've ever... Yeah, looks great. See if I can get some blood to squirt out of it. Nah, I think I want to keep my fingers. Never mind. This is the part where you're supposed to slow down. So you can, oh, let's see. I think that part there is not too good. Not too good. Well, maybe these aren't as good as they looked. They felt firm, but holy crap. Yeah, this one's got a big old gnarly hole in the middle of it. I don't see any bugs in it, so we're gonna eat it. All right, I got all the pieces out that have that. It actually looked like some sort of I don't know, growth opening inside. Doesn't look like a bug was intruding in it. Looks like it kind of grew that way. All right, that looks good. Let's keep on going. Ow! Oh man. Didn't cut down to the bone. I'm gonna have to buy some Band-Aids, but this will work for now. A little bit of this blue painter's tape. And a paper towel. Good to go. So I have to boil these. So I'm gonna throw them in there, flatten them out. Obviously, if you were putting these in the oven, you wouldn't have to boil them first. You could just put them in a pan and throw them in the oven for 35-40 minutes and they'd all come out beautiful. But being that I'm doing them on stovetop, I'm gonna have to change it up a little bit. All right, a little bit of water. I'm not going to cover them with water. Just get about half inch in there so that it creates a lot of bubbling steam. And if I find the lid, here's the lid, I will cover it up. I do want to put some salt on. Salt will raise the temperature of the water before it boils off, and also add some flavor, if I can find it. Aha, salt. Should be enough salt. And now cover it up. And let's let it boil for a while. I'm gonna let that boil until it softens up. We'll come back to it. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes now that they've had a chance to soften up. Let's check it out, see how they are. Oh, hot. Oh, perfect. Not too soft. Still a little crackly. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave them in the pan. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but it's raining. So hopefully it's not covering me up. Oh, I do want to put some onions on them. See if this is any good. Oh, does a little bit of mold on an onion hurt anything? Well, maybe a lot of mold on this one side. Let's see if we can cut through some of it. Knife. Oh yeah, it looks just fine inside. Peel off the outside. All right, Vidalia onion, nice sweet onion on the inside. Just throw this old moldy crap away. You'll be just fine. All right. Maybe a little more, it's a little slimy. One more piece. There we go. There we go. Let's mandolin some of these up. Spread these in. That'll be plenty. Turn the flame up on high. I got some heavy whipping cream. It's brand new. Just got it yesterday, so there shouldn't be any mold or bugs in it. Ah, it smells fresh. I'll pour this on over it. I know typically you put some like heavy cream and milk. Don't have any milk, so it's gonna have to be just a lot of heavy cream and some butter and some garlic here somewhere. Garlic, yes. Some garlic powder. Good amount of that. I like a lot of garlic powder. And this is some Aleppo pepper. It's kind of almost a smoky pepper. Kind of like a smoky paprika, but more of a ground version of what you would put like on a pizza, those pepper flakes. So it's kind of a mixture of those, and it's more fine. Even though it's still kind of flaky, I think it's going to go well with this. What else? A little more salt. I'm gonna have to get something different. This thing's hardly putting any salt out. I say that, it's gonna probably come out too salty. Alrighty, and you know what? A little bit of adobo. I like this Hispanic seasoning. It's usually used for chicken. So just a little bit. It's almost like a ground up bouillon, chicken bouillon, which would go good with this. So just a little bit on there, not anything overpowering. Just kind of adds a little bit of, what does that taste? Now I'm going to cover it up and just let it sizzle down. Oh, forgot the biggest ingredients. some Fiesta blend. Cheese. I know you typically don't put Fiesta blend on there, but it's all ahead, so you got to make do with what you've got. It's gonna probably come out tasting like a big potato taco. When you're solo on a boat, you can't complain about the food. I mean, you can, but it doesn't do any good. That's probably enough cheese for me. These are the cheese is quite flavorful. I don't want to add too much. All right, I'm just gonna let that simmer and the liquid boil off of the cream, and we'll see what we get. Okay, it's been about 10-12 minutes. Had a chance to cook down. Doesn't that just look delicious? Let's give it a try. Sure, it's way too hot, but don't we all love burning our mouths when something's that good? Oh, let's go. Oh man. I know it's gonna kill me. Hot, hot. Hot, hot, so hot. Oh my God, it's good though. Oh, it's very good. Taste of salt, taste a little bit of Aleppo pepper, the garlic, and that thick cream just makes it awesome. All right, now I got to find something to cook with it. See what I've got as a protein. Well, when I went to the store, I picked up some boneless chicken thighs, and I'm going to cook them on the grill outside on Anchor tonight. I'm going to try them various ways. I'm going to try some with soy sauce, some with I have some chili garlic sauce, some good old sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Dano's, and some Cuban adobo. Just each one is going to be something different. So we'll see how it comes up. Okay, throw them on the grill and let's see what they do. They should cook pretty quick. Yeah, only one thing I forgot to do. I don't know which one's which, but I think the difference in flavor will stand out enough that I'll know. A lot of people don't know that these lids have a little washer inside that will fit right on the edge. And the washer catches and it stays right there. So it blocks the wind. Also, it keeps this thing from dangling down. Cooked to perfection. All right, so I've got my potatoes. I picked the chicken that had the garlic chili on it. And my salad, if you've never had this particular poppy seed dressing, it is the best. So poppy seed dressing on my little salad, and I'm ready to try it out. chicken. And by the way, you can always tell a boater or fisherman, he uses his fillet knife for dinner. First off, it's cooked perfectly. I could have put more on it. It's a good flavor, garlic, chili, but not quite enough kick. So I probably could have covered it some more, or maybe even let it marinate in it. Potatoes need two things: a little more salt. But last time I made these, I put a lot of this Mexican combo type of cheese on it, which really made it pop. I didn't have as much left, so it needs more. Plus, I also put some mayonnaise on it, cooked it with some mayonnaise in there, which also gave it a little bit of a creaminess flavor. Those two, excuse me, those two things are missing here, and I think that would make this better. But of course, this poppy seed dressing is so good. I usually make a salad with fruits and nuts and poppy seed dressing on it, strawberries and all that stuff, like a garden salad type of a thing. Just so good. Anyway, thumbs up for the way the chicken came out. I can't wait to try the other ones. I'm gonna dig in.